But he's a highly intelligent, there's absolutely no, and this is the other part that I want to stress with this, that it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but people are saying, oh, you must have had help. Steve had no help. Steve didn't take help. It did not take a village for Steve. Steve was I'm sorry. Please don't. I'm using I was about to use a colloquial term that would besmudge one of the armed forces. Steve was a standalone guy. Okay? Steve, if you wanted to hang out with Steve, you hung out with Steve, but you had to understand Steve was a little quirky. Here's the story. Here's how Steve is. I would go, when I was flying or whatever, if he was in town and I happened to be flying over, I'd stop in where, we'd go to the hotel and stay at the hotel for a couple days or something and sit under the cabana or something like that. But with Steve, it was like he'd spend, I'd get to partake of a bunch of thousands of dollars of comps on the hotel, but Steve would say, oh, can you go get me a sandwich? Well, of course, I knew. Someone might not understand that, that's the cost of being with Steve, is that you would go get him a sandwich if you needed a sandwich. Because Steve didn't want to, this nonsense about how did he get the guns into the, you take $100 bill and you take $100 bill and you hand it to the bell cap and they go, oh, Mr. Paddock, oh, hi. Oh, you got a couple bags today? Okay, we'll take those up. There's no magic there.
You never knew him to be an angry person.